My name is Joshua Cross, a psychology major here at Florida Gateway College, and I will be the master ceremony for today's proclamation event. I would like to join everyone in giving me a warm greeting to Zion James, president of the Cultures and Action Club here at Florida Gateway College, who will be opening the ceremony today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Josh, for the introduction. Thank you, Dr. Barrett, Vice Presidents of the board members, for giving this institution the opportunity of proclamation. As it was said, my name is Zion James, a recent graduate from Florida Gateway College and current president for Cultures and Action Club here at the institution. I would like to welcome you to our Black History Month Proclamation Day. Thank you for showing up here today as we celebrate Florida Gateway College proclaiming today as Black History Month for the entire campus. We will be hosting other events here that you will hear about later in this program, as this is the first of many events to come. Again, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for that welcome, Zion. It is my honor to introduce the president of Florida Gateway College, Dr. Lawrence Barrett, who will be proclaiming the month of February as Black History Month.
Josh, I'm glad I didn't have to perform. Leave that up to Kip. Good morning, everyone. And this warm Florida morning reminds me of my days in Maine. If you clap a lot for our speakers, that keeps your hands warm. Remember that. Good morning once again. Today's school children are fortunate to grow up in classrooms where they are taught to appreciate all of the many heroes of American history. While previous generations read textbooks that only told part of our nation's story, materials have been developed in recent years that give our students a fuller picture, textured and deepened by new characters and themes. African American History Month provides a special opportunity for teachers and schools to celebrate this ongoing process and to focus on the many African Americans whose lives have shaped our common experience. Langston Hughes wrote, quote, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly," unquote. This year, our observance emphasizes a Black History Walk of Fame, a Black History Month program, and a drive-in movie setting where we will show Hidden Figures, the movie. From Sojourner Truth's sermons to Mary McLeod Bethune's speeches to the contemporary novels of Nobel laureate Toni Morrison, the voices of African American women have called attention to the twin burdens of racism and sexism and invited listeners to discover the richness of traditions kept alive in back kitchens and workrooms. In churches and communities, and more recently in universities and state houses across America, these women have fought extraordinary battles for social, economic, and political empowerment. Now, therefore, I, Dr. Lawrence Barrett, president of Florida Gateway College, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim February 2021 a National African American History Month for Florida Gateway College. I call upon the faculty and staff and students of our awesome institution to observe this month with appropriate ceremonies, activities, and programs that raise the awareness of African American history and invite further inquiry into this further study. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Barrett, for reminding us of the many contributions that African Americans have made to the United States in your proclamation. Now, if we could have Vincent Gray come up to the podium. Vincent is a sophomore at Florida Gateway College, and he will be sharing a poem with us today.
Good morning. I'll be sharing a poem called Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current's end, and dip his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. He opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the cage bird sings of freedom. The free bird sings of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright light. And his name, the sky his own. He names the sky his own. But the caged bird stands on the grave of his dreams. His shadow shouts on the nightmare. Scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied. He opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. His tune is heard in the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent, for sharing that poem. I would now like to introduce Kit Walker. Kit will be singing A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke.
President Barrett and to Professor Todd Sith, thank you for this moment. There's an old friend that I once heard say something that touched my heart, and it began this way. I was born by the river in a little tent, and oh, just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it is. It's been too hard living. I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Folks telling me, boy, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. See, I go to my brother. I say, brother, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my bending knees. Oh, there have been times when I thought I could last for long. No. But right now I'm here and I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come.
Can we give him another round of applause? You did that, bro. You did that. Thank you, Kip, for sharing that beautiful song with us. Now I would like to introduce Amarya Bowles. Amarya is a freshman at Florida Gateway College, and her speech is The Three Major Evils by Dr. Martin Luther King.
Good morning. It's Amarya Bowles, by the way. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I know you guys were expecting to have I Have a Dream recited today, because that's usually the speech given by Martin Luther King. But I wanted to bring light to another important speech written by him. Mr. King had a lot to discuss in his day. Not just his dreams, but the reality of the world around us. So today, I present to you three major evils. Three major evils: the evil of racism, the evil of poverty, and the evil of war. These are the best three things that I want to deal with today. Now let us turn first to the evil of racism. There can be no gainsaying of the fact that racism is still alive all over America. Racial injustice is still the Negro's burden and America's shame. And we must face the hard fact that many Americans would like to have a nation which is a democracy for white Americans, but simultaneously a dictatorship over Black Americans. We must face the hard fact that we still have much to do in the area of race relations. Now we're going to lose some friends in this period. The allies who were with us in Selma will not all stay with us during this period. We've got to understand what is happening. Now they often call this the white backlash, just a new name for an old phenomenon. The fact is that there has never been any single solid, determined commitment on the part of the vast majority of white Americans to genuine equality for Negroes. There has always been ambivalence. In 1863, the Negro was granted freedom from physical slavery through the Emancipation Proclamation, but he was not given land to make that freedom meaningful. At the same time, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the Midwest and the West, which meant that the nation was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor, while refusing to do it for its Black peasants from Africa who were held in slavery 244 years. And this is why Frederick Douglass would say that the emancipation for the Negro was freedom to hunger, freedom to the winds and rains of heaven, freedom without roofs to cover their heads. It was freedom without bread to eat, without land to cultivate. It was freedom and famine at the same time, and it is a miracle that the Negro has survived. Thank you.
Thank you for those moving words, Amarya. I think you have inspired everyone to live the life of their dreams. Please join me in showing our appreciation to the performers one last time. Reminder about our Black History Walk of Fame on February 8th. This concludes our Black History Month proclamation ceremony. On behalf of Florida Gateway College's Board of Trustees, administration, students, faculty, and staff, I would like to thank you for coming and invite you to enjoy the refreshments.